Good morning, my dear children. Welcome back. We'll start with the next chapter of political science, that is, chapter 2, India's foreign policy. What are we going to learn in this chapter? We have got introduced to the international system and its nature and the Cold War in the last century and its effects. We shall now get introduced to other related issues. Thus, we shall learn about the meaning of foreign policy, factors that make an impact on it, and the nature of India's foreign policy. Now, to begin with, children, first we are going to see what actually is foreign policy, what is the meaning of foreign policy, and why is it important, or what are the importance of this foreign policy. Now, all countries are member of the international system. We have already studied that none of these countries is completely self-reliant and hence there is mutual interdependence in the international system. Now see children, in the previous lesson we saw because of these world war which was going on, even though many countries who are not involved, they also suffered. So that is because of the interdependence. Many countries are depending on each other for many reasons, and hence, when there is a crisis or a development or a progress, it is going to affect the other countries as well. So that is why this interdependence we are going to learn about. Just see, only this interdependence should not be of benefit to a few countries. Efforts need to be made to ensure that it benefits every nation. Each country has to decide the nations with which it should be friendly. Each country has to decide the nation with which they can maintain their relations with, or can be in good terms or friendly terms. Okay? Now see here in the picture you can see our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and there are other dignitaries of other nations as well. Now, such decisions should be made thoughtfully. The theoretical framework in which such decisions are taken is called the foreign policy. Every sovereign and independent country decides its own foreign policy. Hence, in the discipline of international politics, which studies the international relations between nations, foreign policy has an important place. Now, the decision of which any country decides, like with which country they are going to keep good terms or friendly terms, on what basis, what are the profits, what are the demerits, etc. So, all this framework is kept into mind, and then only the foreign policy of any country is decided. Next topic, children, is the national interest. We have briefly understood what foreign policy means. National interest and foreign policy are closely connected to each other. National interest is fostered through foreign policy. Therefore, before studying foreign policy further, we need to understand the meaning and significance of national interest. Now, just to begin, a simple example, interest means anything which you are interested in is your interest. So, now these interests, if you see personally, some children are interested in drawing, some are interested in dancing, singing. So, that is going to develop our insights or the talents which we are having within, and then we are going to be benefited in the future because of this interest of us. Same way, when we talk about national interest, it is something which is related to the nation's interest or what is going to be beneficial for the nation. So that is what is the national interest. Let's learn about the national interest. National interest implies the means through which the independence and sovereignty of our country can be safeguarded. National interest also includes efforts to achieve our economic development and to take steps towards increasing our national power. So children, you must have understood that it mainly deals with efforts to achieve our economic development and to take steps towards increasing our national power. So both the things which I am talking about are going to be beneficial for our country's development. When decisions are taken after giving a careful thought to what is beneficial and good for our country, we say that we are nurturing our national interest. Now, you cannot just directly decide what is our national interest. You have to think over it and carefully take decisions of what actually is beneficial and good for our country. That only can be nurtured as our national interest. In this sense, the following factors are included in the national interest of our country. Now, there are some factors which include in the national interest of any country. So, what are they that we are going to discuss further? First one is defense. Defense, that is the protection of our country's independence, sovereignty and integrity, is the highest national interest. Now children, it may be any country. The main or the very important agenda of any country is defense. Now firstly, we have to see whether our nation is safeguarded, yes or no. So, to protect our independence, our sovereignty, and integrity, it is very important that we have a good defense system, and that is why the first national interest factor is defense. So, defense, that is the protection of our country's independence, sovereignty, and integrity. Next is economic development. Economic development is also an important national interest. An economically weak nation will not be able to maintain its independence. Yes, when you are economically weak, anybody can come and take over you or capture your independence. Hence, economic development is understood to be an important national interest, next only to defense. But still, firstly, we have to see the defense, and secondly the economic development. Once your economy is developed, that means your country is developing to a good side or a good extent where nobody can harm your dignities, yes or no. So if the country is economically weak, automatically they have to be fear, there are fear of many other countries attacking because of various reasons. So firstly defense, and secondly the economic development is the most important national interest. Now children, national interest and foreign policy go hand in hand. Now how and what are the factors, or why it is considered to be two sides of one coin, that we are going to see. Foreign policy is drawn up to foster the national interest of defense and economic development. National interest is considered to be the goal and foreign policy is considered to be the means to achieve it. Now children, here they are saying that national interest is considered to be the goal. So what finally we want is the national interest. But what are we going to do to achieve our national interest is the foreign policy. Now the foreign policy is the way to achieve our goal, that is the national interest. Are you all understanding? For example, many of the students have a goal that they have to reach a certain percentage. Suppose when you are in the 10th standard, you have a goal of achieving more than 90%. Now your goal is 90%, but how are you going to achieve the goal? For that you will make plans, you will make a framework, your time of study, what will be the procedure of studying, etc. So that is your means of achieving the goal, but your goal is 90%. Here also we know that to achieve our national interest we have to follow the foreign policy. Now it's not only limited for one country, for all the countries, whatever national interest they want to achieve, accordingly they make a framework of foreign policy. But children, Goals and our interests keep on changing. Now after you achieve 90%, again you will not think of achieving 90%. Now you have achieved 90% because you wanted to do something where this 90% can be used. So for example, you want to take admission in a particular college which you are already decided. So the next your interest is of taking admission in a particular college. So now you will start working for the admission procedure or whatever. So for that you need to set another set of goals. Now another set of what you call means how you will achieve it. So here also national interest also does not remain the same. It keeps on changing according to the conditions and time. Accordingly, national interest also changes. Goals of nation change, we change in the condition and time. Hence, national interest also changes. These changes are reflected in the foreign policy. Therefore, foreign policy is always dynamic. Now, dynamic means it always keeps on changing or there is a newness in it always. Okay, I hope you all have understood till here. We'll continue the next part in the next video. Go through the video once again, children. Read the textbook till here and try to see if you are having any doubt. You can ask in the DCS session. Okay, and I'll be sending the notes of chapter 3 of history. That also you'll have to write it down in your notebook. Okay, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.